Tapping it. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all. My bad, my bad. Once again, I'm back. It's your boy JTL Opposite from the North 18. Before I get started, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all see what the title is, and y'all see who I got on the screen. So, sadly enough, I see a lot of his videos. I like this other brother from the UK. Shout out to King Riches. Dope content creator. Man, I'm sorry to have to say it, but I got to keep it real to my sisters. Why y'all don't want to accept what reality is? Why do y'all keep listening to cats like Derek Jackson, who be lying and pandering to y'all, making all this money off selling books, and that motherfucker ain't no specialist? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he gonna write a book, at least tell the truth. At least tell the truth. Don't pander and lie. And then y'all listen to all these other YouTubers so fake as I don't know what, man. And it be so sad. I love my sisters, but it be so sad. Y'all don't want to accept the truth. All right, let me break this down for y'all sisters to understand something. When Kevin Samuels talks about his conversations with women, he's talking about high value men and what they want and don't want or will not accept. All right? He's not talking about the average black guy. Do not listen to Moise Watkins telling y'all that BS that, oh, he disrespecting, he this blah blah. There's plenty of guys out there that'll be suckers for single mothers. You're like, fool, he not, Lord forgive me. You're like, idiot. He's not talking about, well, he is being foolish. He's not talking about the average brother. He's talking about high earning brothers won't just take anybody. And that's why, yeah, I was asked a sister, would you want your son to be working hard to be a lawyer, doctor, or whatever, architect or whatever, making six figures a year after going to a great college, university or whatever, and then he comes home for the holidays and he's talking about marrying it. He brings this young woman home with him and she got 3 kids and divorced or something like that. You gonna be looking at him like he's crazy. Why would you do that? Why not get somebody your age? Or why not get somebody who has potential like you do? Why would you do that, boss? But a lot of women don't want to understand that, and that's what he's talking about. I see so many sisters that would call in. Like, I'm gonna give you 2 examples real quick. Last week, I seen one episode where this sister had a brother. They was around the same age. Both was making great income. She was making it almost $100,000. He was making almost $100,000. And they had a kid. And guess what she said was the reason why she left him alone? Because he wasn't ambitious. Bitch, do you know how ambitious you gotta be to make almost $100,000 a year? It's not that easy to make the average, what they say average earners make as men, which is around $45,000 a year. That's not that easy to make. Depending on where you live at, that's not that easy to make. So you mean to tell me you had a brother who was making $80,000 a year? You say he's a great father, but he wasn't ambitious enough. Now you want to go find somebody else that makes more than what he was making and be a father to your son who already has a great father. That makes no sense. Then he had this other sister on. She was married for 9 years. Filed for divorce. Say the guy was pretty decent. She felt she didn't deserve him. They couldn't have kids. Or she couldn't, I guess. Then she went and got engaged. Was with that guy for a couple of years. And then that didn't work out. She stopped messing with him. I forget why she said, but she chose not to mess with him. Oh, because he was a cheater. But guess what? She was cheating too. Then she says because she's 44 and makes over 6 figures, she need to have somebody who makes 6 figures. Kevin is telling her, like, what's wrong with a guy who doesn't make 6 figures? Just because you're making, that's the hypocrisy with women. Y'all will say, you know, you are better at choosing mates and being more lenient, but then just because you're making a lot of money, so if you make $100,000, you want to date a guy that makes 60 or 70 or 80? That doesn't make any sense. He's not going to be begging you for nothing. But sisters won't accept the fact that when a guy like Kevin Samuels or King Riches, right, when they tell a sister, a young brother or man that built up all that he got, it's not wrong for not wanting to be with somebody who already has kids and he can't get kids from her. or he got to take care of her kids and deal with her ex or baby daddy, whatever you want to call it. So you had, like these sisters, you had good situations, but you broke them off. That's another thing where I don't get why sisters don't accept the consequences of their actions. Y'all excuse that ragged ass redneck hick motherfucker with all that truck noise. So you mean to tell me you had a good situation? So he's saying with all these high standards and you shooting yourself in the foot with a good man you had and you blew it. Of course you're hitting the borderline of not finding nobody. Your standards are too high and unrealistic. You got sisters out here that don't even make good money and have a great education, think they supposed to get a high earner. But y'all keep looking down on the average brothers. And Kevin always talks about that. Like, what's wrong with the average guy? Most of us are average. What's wrong with that? I feel like I won't submit unless he make a lot of money. That don't mean because he make a lot of money, you're going to have respect for him. Because what happens with a lot of women that do that? They get what they do, they got a lot of money, the relationships don't work out, they file for divorce and they try to take half his shit. Come on, women, y'all got to be realistic nowadays, man. Be realistic. You got a lot of decent, good brothers out here that y'all overlook. You set your standards up real high and then wonder why you can't find a good man. You're not looking for a good man. You're looking for a trophy man that every woman wouldn't mind having or chases. So if you telling me a guy that you date got to be over 6 foot, I don't know what the fuck that got to do with anything. Unless you, bitch, are 5'10", 11 and up, what do you really need a guy over 6 foot for? Bitches be 5'4" and tell me they need a dude over 6 foot. Why? That don't make no damn sense. Why? So you cutting out yourself, and they say what, 10% of the population is over 6 foot or something like that, or in America somewhere. So that means you just cut off 90% of the guys. You say you want dudes that make 100,000 plus. They say only about 10% of guys make that. And if you're a person that only want to stick with black men, they say about 6-7% of black men make that. So you knocked off 94% of the men that you could be dating. Just off height and income alone, you knocked yourself down. And then we got to think about, and shout out to King Riches. This is another reason why I really respect that brother, because he's like me and my partner HD in the UK, a UK version of us. We're in a predominantly white country, here and UK, right? You have sisters trying to compare brothers to white men, and you got to think how fair it's not. Brothers that do that to sisters is wrong for that shit too. So we'll get on that another time. But it's 200 million white people in the U.S., right, roughly. It's about 46 million black people, and they say the ratio of men to women are always outnumber men. So let's say with white guys and white women, it's 125 white women and it's 75 million white guys. Now let's break it down with black men and women. Let's say it's 26 million black women and 20 million black guys. So you're comparing 75 million people to 20 million people. How are you going to possibly get the best outcome out of that number? It's really no comparison in that. That's where sisters messed up. You want the lifestyle that you see on TV all the time with a few black men that got it versus all the white men that got it. Even though our situations are totally different, just being honest. We talk about this on the show all the time. You have brothers, right? Along with sisters, coming from dysfunctional families. 70% of the households are single parent homes. So that means there's a lot of struggle going on. There's a lot of education being missed. There's a lot of morals not being taught. There's a lot of finances economically that's fucked up. So you expect a brother to come out of a situation of dysfunction to be a great husband. Think about that. You want brothers to come out of dysfunctional families and make great families. Come on, man. Don't listen to these white folks in this country telling you that bullshit, or white women. Oh, man should this and man should that. Listen, them bitches come from more stable families than us. Their households is only fucked up around 30%. Ours is around 80. 80. So almost 8 out of 10 black people you see come from a dysfunctional family. 3 out of 10 of white people most likely come from a dysfunctional family. So imagine that. Imagine that. So we can compare 3 people to 7 or 2 to 7. Come on. This is where we fuck up at. This is where sisters mess up at. And you got to get a handle on reality. Now, it doesn't mean just take whatever you can get for as a black man, but it does mean start really paying attention to the decent black man more. Stop trying to worry about the guy that got all the attention, all the money and all that. You got decent brothers who ain't ugly, ain't necessarily badly shaped and all that. You may have, little huskier brothers and stuff like that. But you got some decent brothers out here, and women overlook them because they not Gucci Man or fucking Michael B. Jordan or some shit like that. Not everybody's going to have the money and be thugged out. Not everybody's going to be great looking with a lot of money and famous. These are the realities that sisters have to really pay attention to that they don't. But I just had to run my mouth on a little bit because I just see all these shows where sisters try to call in to these brothers knowing what they shtick is and trying to think they're going to change what they're saying because of what you say, what you feel, or heard another heifer say off YouTube that don't know what the fuck she talking about. Like some of these heifers I didn't have run-ins with on YouTube. When I try to say something logical and they, you trolling. Okay, I'm trolling because blue is blue. The fuck out of here. Y'all see what it is. This your boy JTL, opposite from the norm. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I think I'm going to start making more days like this. Like, we got our Poly Talk Wednesdays. We got our Financial Fridays. I might make some stuff, relationship stuff-wise on this day. Because on Sundays, we got our normal conversation stuff we have. So I'm going to get back at you with that. Make sure y'all holler at us. We'll be back. Chill.